In this video, we're going to basically focus on alkanes, particularly reactions of alkanes. Basically, alkane undergo two different kinds of reaction. We have combustion reaction, like we have here, and we have halogenation reaction. So, what are combustion reaction? Combustion reaction is normally the combination of oxygen to an alkane, and halogenation reaction is normally the addition of an halogen to an alkanes. So let's look at some examples and see what are these two reactions. So first thing, we're going to look at combustion reaction. So combustion reaction is like this. Suppose we have methane. Methane is an alkane. Methane plus oxygen. But normally, what kinds of oxygen? So we're going to be adding 2 oxygen to a methane to give us combustion reaction. So we have a methane and we have an oxygen. And so just by seeing oxygen adding to a methane, it means that we already have, it means that this reaction is a combustion reaction. So always a combustion reaction is the addition of oxygen to an alkane. So how we're going to grade our product? In this exercise, normally what we're going to be doing, we will be rating the reaction and also giving you rating our product. So always the product of a combustion reaction is carbon dioxide plus water. So maybe the only problem you have now is to balance this reaction. So we have, normally in my last previous video I did something like this. So we have one carbon here, and then we also have 2 oxygen. We have 3 oxygen here. We have 2 hydrogen and 4 hydrogen. So in this case, we can try to balance this reaction. And in balancing this reaction, what can we do? Is we're going to probably rewrite this reaction, or we can leave it where it is in balance. So because we have 4 hydrogen here, we can make hydrogen here 2, making hydrogen here 4, meaning 2 times 2 giving 4 hydrogen, and then we have 4 hydrogen here. This hydrogen obviously becomes 2, so 2 plus 2 hydrogen becomes 4. Oxygen, 2 plus 2 oxygen becomes 4 here, and this hydrogen becomes 4, making this balance. But oxygen here is 4, so we want to balance this. It means that we can also put 2 here, making oxygen to be balanced. In this case, this whole reaction is balanced, and this is an example of combustion reaction. Let's look at some example, another example. Suppose you have something like this, CTH8 plus oxygen. So normally we're going to have CO2 plus H2. So this normally going to be our product. We always get, in combustion reaction, we always get carbon dioxide and water. So in this case, what we're going to do, we want to balance this reaction. We have 3 hydrogen and we have 1 hydrogen here. So I'm going to put 3 here, making hydrogen balance, making carbon balance. It means that we have 3 carbon, here. I'm also going to balance hydrogen. I have 2 here and I have 8 hydrogen. 2 times 1 number give me is 4. So I'm going to put 4 here, making hydrogen balance. The next thing I'm going to do is to balance oxygen. This 4 affecting oxygen. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 4 is 10. So what number can times by 2 give me 10 is 5. So I'm going to put 5 here, making this obviously to be balanced. It means that this reaction is balanced. So this is actually what we call combustion reaction. Let me move to our next reaction called halogenation reaction, second reaction. Normally in halogenation reaction, An halogenation reaction is normally the addition of an halogen to an alkanes. So let's look at our first example. Suppose we have methane plus chlorine or chloro. So we have methane plus chloro. What will it give us? In this reaction, the product is different. We will not always have the same kind of product. So we have different kind of product, but we will also use same method of getting our product. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do substitution reaction in this case. So what am I saying? I mean, we actually have 4 hydrogen here, well, around here, 1 carbon here and 4 hydrogen here. Next, we actually have 2 chlorine here. Cl2 means 2 chlorine. It means that we can do a substitution. What am I saying? This chlorine can replace this hydrogen, and this hydrogen can replace this chlorine. And so when that happens, what we're gonna do? It means that we're gonna rewrite this. I have 1 carbon, and me I'm gonna write 1 carbon in my product. How many hydrogen do I have here? 1, 2, 3. And me I'm gonna write 3 hydrogen here. When this chlorine come here, I'm gonna get Cl in product. It means I'm gonna get Cl plus. When this hydrogen go here, it means I'm gonna get hydrogen attaching to the Cl. I mean, this becomes my product, and this becomes halogenation reaction. Let's look at our next example. Second example, suppose we have C2H6 plus Br. So Br2. Br is bromine or bromo. So what we're going to do is, normally we know that this is 2 carbon here, surrounded by 6 hydrogen. So we have 2 carbons surrounded by 6 hydrogen plus 2 bromo. So we want to write the product of this reaction. What we're going to do? It means I'm going to circle bromine, I'm going to circle hydrogen. So hydrogen replace bromine here, and bromine here replace hydrogen. So when this happens, what we're going to do? I'm going to rewrite this. I have 2 carbon initially, so I'm going to write C2 initially. I'm going to write 5 hydrogen here, CH5. Next, if this bromine come here, it means I have Br, and then if this hydrogen attached to the Br, it means I have plus HBr. This becomes a product. But now I said something, always in the halogenation reaction, we will normally add an halogen to an alkene. This becomes an alkene, this is a halogen. So what are the halogen we're talking about? Now, an halogen, elements that are halogen are bromine. Bromine is an halogen, or chlorine is an halogen, fluorine is an halogen, and we have bromine, chlorine, fluorine. We also have iodine. Iodine is an halogen. These 4 elements are halogen. In organic chemistry, these are the 4 elements you're always going to come across. When you are naming compound or you are writing a reaction, you always see bromine, chlorine, fluorine, or iodine. But when they are in organic compound, you don't call them bromine. So you take the INE from there, replace it with O. So in this case, so you're going to say bromo. And here you're going to say chloro. Here you also going to say fluoro. Here you're going to say iodo. So in organic chemistry, we're always going to be using these names. Let me look at one example again on a halogenation reaction. Maybe too difficult for you. So suppose we have C5H12 plus aldo. So what we're going to do in this case, I'm saying we have 5 hydrogen here. We have 5 hydrogen. And then, so we have 5 hydrogen. And then we also have 2 aldo here. So in this case, I'm saying we're going to take this aldo, replace this hydrogen, take this hydrogen, replace this aldo. Replace this aldo. So in this case, we're going to write 5 hydrogen initially. So we have C5 in product. And if you have 2, if you take 1 from there, you got H11 plus. And then I'm going to write this hydrogen to this, I get HR. It means that this is going to be my product. So this is a simple reaction on alkanes, and this is how you balance, or this is how you read the product of a reaction involving alkane. And we have 2 different kinds of reaction: combustion reaction, we have halogenation reaction. Thank you for watching my video, and see you in my next video. Thank you so much.